Number 20. The parasite. The parasite. Who is a parasite, or what's a parasite? A parasite is something that takes from you and does not give back. Simply, that's a parasite. And there are people who have a very parasitic behavior, and that is why when you point out red flags, it needs to be discussed. Such a nature is a mindset, is a way of thinking, it's internal, it is behavioral, but yet you will see it being expressed in different other things. They just have a way of being parasitic in life. To take and take and take and never giving. And never giving. And even if they'll give, it is a trap. It is for a bigger reason. Let us learn from Jesus Christ, the best husband that we can ever learn from. He is not parasitic. He is not. Bible said that he gives us breath and life and all things. He gives as much as he can. He gives us all things. And therefore a spouse who also gives is a proper way of marriage. Bible said that for God so loved the world that he gave. He gave. And therefore giving is a true expression of love. I'm not talking about someone who may not have much to give at this time, but one of the ways you know that even if the person does not have much to give at this time, it's not parasitic. There are times that you will have much, you will not have much, but maybe the person that you are in a relationship with right now does not have much, and so you may have to give. But if the person is a good-hearted person, the day that he will have much, he just feels like giving everything to you. And so he receives some money. He can use even all the money to buy a gift for you. And so you are surprised that why would you use all the money to buy the gift for me? And the reason is that he feels so indebted to you. That's a very good heart. In that, he feels he has received much from you and therefore he has to give back. So at the time that he received a little, he's just so compelled to give it to you. That is the person who has a good heart. And so parasitic doesn't mean somebody who doesn't have, but then this is a sign to know the one who has a good heart from the one who is parasitic. There are so many ways by which someone who has a parasitic nature, you will know they express it in so many ways. Please take note of this. When the person comes to your life, then the person begins to want to block all other people from having access to you. The person is not happy with your sister calling you for money. The person is not happy with your brother you buy things for, making all these petty comments. And so the person wants to block you from any other thing you are responsible for, or any other thing you have to give to. The person would like to isolate you to take from you. And so it's that kind of person that when it comes to your life, maybe you want to further your education, to them it's not important. You want to expand your business, to them it's not important. You want to do this, anything that will let money go, it's not important. Why? Because they want to corner you to take from you. And so by your insufficiency, they feel insufficient. They don't want you to be insufficient so that they can take from you. Number 2, definitely they ask things from you, but then their asking from you is always attached to something else. Either a reminder or a reason why you must give to them. A reminder or a reason why you must give to them. Example. The person just comes and begins to talk about the time that they did this for you, they did that, and then at the concluding of it, they are asking something from you. Something that they could have just asked from you, but it's as if they have to play in a cunning way to get you in a corner so that you must give to them. And not only once, and not only twice, but when we talk about a parasitic attitude, the regularity of it, the frequency also counts. Well, maybe your partner may have done that once, but it does not entirely mean that the person is parasitic. But when the person consistently try to corner you with some reason and put you in a corner so that you must give, not as though you necessarily have to walk out of the relationship unless it is severe, but that thing must be corrected. There are relationships, one person is living off another person. You have rented, he packs in, now you are feeding him. When you have to buy either water or the soap is finished or the tea roll is finished, whether you are in your office, wherever you are, this person will never use a coin of theirs to buy anything. They will call you. They will call you and remind you that when you are coming, buy this and buy that. And they do it frequently for almost everything. That is a parasitic person. Another sign of a parasitic person is someone who gets angry when you say no. They get angry when you say no. That is a very parasitic person. They feel a sense of ownership, entitlement. So when you say no, you have offended them so much. They are not talking to you again. And so they are reminding you that you are being ungrateful. And so many things just to put you in a corner where you always have to give to them. Another way to identify parasitism is that such people, they don't like to be accountable. They don't like to be accountable. Either their own finances, maybe you are concerned, and so you want to ask that, hey, dear, how do you manage your salary? For which reason? It's as if there's always a need to be supported. As soon as you ask that question, they are offended. That is an attitude of parasitism. They don't want to explain it to you so that you find out that they could have managed it better, or they were in a better position to take care of themselves. They don't want to explain it to you. And so they always defend it, cover it up by being offended. Let me emphasize this again. I'm not referring to someone who out of circumstances do not have, so that you go and use these points to punish your partner who may be good-hearted, but out of circumstances does not have. Another expression of parasitism is that any time the person has knowledge that you have received something, the person always has a need. The person always has a need. And so you are in a relationship where you cannot tell the lady that, hey, I just had this amount of money and therefore want to do this, want to do that. No. It does not happen, because as soon as you tell her there is a need, there is something you have to do for her. That is not right. Another way to discover parasitism is that it's as if the person has a pattern of dealing with you. A pattern of dealing with you. And so, today, the person can send a message, I'm not feeling well today. Then tomorrow, there will be a demand. It's either today, say, I'm so depressed, I'm so confused. And then tomorrow, there will be a demand. And so there's a pattern, there's a particular pattern. Never giving, always taking. And is angry when not giving. There are people who also exhibit what I'll call emotional parasitism. It's just like the malaria parasite. It just drains you and drains you and drains you, and all your energy is gone. When you talk to them on the phone, after talking to them on the phone, you feel so drained. You just feel so drained. The type of communication you have to go through. Oh, I've seen someone who walked out of a relationship because the person said, I feel so drained in this relationship. Why? Because when this lady will call you and you miss one call and you call back, you have to take 30 minutes to explain why you missed the call and to be apologizing and to be apologizing. So the guy just felt so drained, and that lady was a very beautiful lady. But the guy said, I feel so drained in this relationship. And he walked away. And he walked away. In the morning, he was apologizing for something. In the afternoon, he was apologizing for something. In the evening, he was explaining why he didn't call back so early, why he couldn't text back so early, why he couldn't respond to the text within 1 minute. Always explaining something. And always apologizing for something. He felt so tired of everything. And he walked away. And therefore, if you notice that your partner has such tendencies, bring it to the table for discussion. Don't have it to your mind that he's a bad person. No. Like I said, some people may be exhibiting an attitude that they don't even know that is the result of the attitude. Bring it to the table and discuss it so that you don't wash away the bath water with the baby.